Greetings, family. This is Wanda. This is Diaspora Connect. Thank you for tuning in. I am in Mama Africa. I have been living in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, since July 2020. This year, this year in July, it'll be 4 years that I have lived or relocated in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. So, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you to all my faithful subscribers. Thank you to my new subscribers. I want to say welcome, welcome, welcome to my channel. Today is another wonderful, beautiful day living in Mama Africa on the continent of Africa. I am so grateful. I am so happy right now. I am so fortunate to have left, aka America, aka Babylon, Mystery Babylon is what I call it, and have left to live in greener pastures on the continent of Africa, Mama Africa. So, yes, I have been here, and I did just get married in November. So, I'm a newlywed, and so, of course, with newlywed life comes a lot of changes, a lot of adjustments, and all those things. So it's a work in progress. Poly poly is what we say in Tanzania. What they say in Tanzania, poly poly is things are progressing slowly, slow. So yeah, we have the two personalities merge in their lives together to become one. So that's a challenge. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. It's a challenge because I think one way, my husband thinks another way. So trying to merge those two lives together, it's a work in progress. But all is well. And yes, he did come. I did, uh, help him to get acclimated to the place and banking information, phone information, all that good stuff. So work in progress. We're moving, chugging along. So I did also want to shout out to the one that made this all possible, the one that spoke to me back in 2020 and spoke to my heart to let me know that uh, Babylon, aka America, was not my homeland. That Africa, somewhere in the continent of Africa, is my homeland and where I'm from. So I did get that download spiritually from the uncreated creator. He has many names. People call him many names, and I'm not gonna like argue about it, fuss about it, you know. But some people call him God. I call him the Most High, Yah, the uncreated creator, the Almighty, the Eternal One, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Yes, him. He has made it all possible. Thus, I have been here this year 4 years. He has provided the finances, the guidance, and everything that I need to have sustained myself to have been here for 4 years. This year, I did create a business, a company back in 21, and it's called Diaspora Connect, LLC, here in Tanzania. Thus, I changed the name of my channel to Diaspora Connect Tanzania. So that's kind of how everything came into fruition for me. And I'm moving forward in the call and the plan and the purpose that the uncreated creator has for my life. He is the one that called me here. He is the one that been providing for me here. He is the one that, made it to where I did get married. He is the one that spoke to my husband, and this is what he said. Spoke to my husband and told him that he wanted him to support me and to support my vision and for us to walk together. So I want to acknowledge and give him all the glory, honor, and praise, because without him, none of this would be possible. So I'm so grateful to have been here 4 years this year, living in Mama Africa. So if it's something that is on your heart to do, and you live in the Western countries, and you see what is going on right now in the West, you see what is transpiring in the West, you see what is going on with the value of the money in the U.S. Everything is kind of crushing down right now in the U.S. and in all the Western countries for that matter. And as a matter of fact, all of this was spoken of in the biblical scriptures. Some people don't think that America, aka Babylon, Mystery Babylon, is Mystery Babylon in the biblical scriptures in the book of Revelations, but it is. And so that therefore, if you read the book of Revelations and then you read what the outcome of Mystery Babylon will be, it's destruction. So that's kind of what the ending result will be after everything is said and done. So you need to, the Bible, if you don't subscribe to it, if you don't believe in it, there are a lot of prophecies in it that are being fulfilled right now as we speak. And the focal point is Mystery Babylon, aka, which is America, that will be destroyed, and all of her, you know, she has corrupted all of the nations. So everybody looks up to America. Everybody looks up to everybody follows Black Americans and America. Everything we do, they follow. Everybody patterns after America, and so as her destruction comes, so will other nations that love her, follow her, or whatever. So you have to know this, understand prophecy, understand scriptures. It's all in the biblical scriptures. So even if you don't subscribe, maybe you should read to see what the outcome will be, because it's all in there. But I digress. Coming back to the point of the video, I wanted to shout out to my brothers and sisters, specifically in the Western countries. If you're interested in visiting Tanzania, relocating to Tanzania, repatriating, I say repatriating because we, the diaspora, we are the ones who were dispersed during the transatlantic slave trade. Stolen over 500 years ago, over 400 years ago from Africa and dispersed throughout the four corners of the earth. That's how we get into all the Western countries and all the countries, throughout the four corners of the earth. That's how we get there. Those who want to come back, repatriate. So you are the historical diaspora, the 16th region ones, not the regular diaspora from these different African countries, but the historical ones, the ones who were dispersed over 400 years ago. You want to repatriate back, visit, do business, hit me up at diasporaconnect0@gmail.com, diasporaconnect0@gmail.com, and I can assist you with a travel or business consultation. Thing that I've noticed in terms of business and doing business here in Tanzania, things are changing rapidly. So even for me, I did some updates to the business and, taxes and all that different stuff and changes and all that. And it looks like the fees are increasing, definitely increasing. So they're not like they were when I registered my business back in 21. The fees are changing. Everything is increasing since a lot of us are coming here. Wherever we go, you guys, wherever diaspora go, specifically Black Americans, I'm going to focus on us, things change. Policies change. It used to be one way, but when we come, things change. They no longer do this. They no longer do that. And that's just everywhere we go. I don't understand why that's happening. Actually, I do understand why that's happening, but because of who we are, because if you read, and I'm going to refer back to the biblical scriptures, Revelations 2 and 9 and Revelations 3 and 9. Read both of those scriptures. Revelations 2 and 9 says, and I'm going to summarize, I know actually, let me pull it up. I'm going to read it to you from my app on my phone. I don't want to mess the words up. So I'm going to read this to you, so you'll understand what I am referring to when I say I know why things are happening to us or changing, because wherever Black Americans go, things change. So this is Revelation 2 and 9. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but you are rich. And I know them I know the blasphemy of them which say they are the Judeum and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. So I'll leave it at that. We are a chosen special group of people, and we are rich. So everywhere we go, people think we rich. Everywhere we go, we can say we rich, we got a budget, we don't have this, we don't have that. And everybody just, when they know that when they see Black Americans, they just say they just think we're rich. So it's a reason why it's also not only physical, but it's spiritual, based on that scripture that I just read to you. Because in that scripture, if you don't know, it's talking about us. We are rich. The scripture says that. And everybody thinks we are. Even if we say we're not. Even if we say we don't have money, we're on a budget. They just don't believe it. So it just confirms that scripture that I just read to you. So things are changing a lot here. If you plan on coming, things are changing financially for registering businesses and all that stuff. Buying land is increasing. So for me, I wouldn't recommend, if you coming from the West and you want to buy land, I would not recommend Dar es Salaam. I would recommend any other area besides Dar es Salaam because the prices are hiking up. Sorry guys, the prices are going up and it's getting more expensive to purchase land in Dar specifically because this is like the big East African city. This is like the hub for all the international people. So I would recommend, if you are going to buy land, look in other areas, other cities outside of Dar es Salaam. We have several other cities. Just look at the map. You have Mbeya, that's a good area. It's close to Zambia, about an hour and a half from Zambia. I've been there a couple of times. Mbeya is a good area. You have Tanga, Wanza, Morogoro. You have different areas that you can go to. You do not have to buy land in Dar because it's getting very pricey. And for me, in my opinion, the grounds are not as fertile as the other areas that I've gone to that are not as hot, that are cooler. And Arusha, Kilimanjaro, you have areas that are, and that area will probably be expensive too, the Arusha area, because that's a popular tourist, any area that's very touristy, where a lot of international traffic is, those areas for land is going to be pretty pricey. So just do your research, but Tanzania is a big country and you have a lot to choose from. You don't have to just stick with Dar. Me personally, I am looking and more interested in moving out of Dar, staying in Tanzania, but maybe moving to another area, possibly Morogoro. That's what my heart's desire is, which is where I am working on. And working on a heart's desire is to work on a land and building project in Morogoro. So that's what the plan is. So I'm going to give you more details when I get everything situated. But yeah, that's what my heart desire is, to get out of Dar because it's just getting very expensive. International hub and everybody's here, coming here. This is a good place for those who are just coming into the country and you don't know much Swahili. You don't know a lot of people. You can actually fly into the Julius Nyerere Airport in Dar es Salaam, the biggest airport. You can fly in there, and then you can get a driver. Even if you don't speak a lot of Swahili, you can get a driver. Or if you have an Uber app, you can get a driver. And then if you stay around the peninsula, then you can. Most of the people around the peninsula is where a lot of diaspora stay when they first come. They understand a little bit of English, or they understand. If you don't know, until you learn more Swahili, I would not recommend you move far out of the city, unless you know enough to, because the further you go out of the cities, the less people know Swahili. So if you are just coming, possibly in those city areas would be ideal for you until you learn more Swahili. And then once you learn, you can move further out into some of these other cities that I mentioned to you, because a lot of the people in those areas don't speak English, and even as you go further out of them. So yeah, I just wanted to do this video and give you a quick hello, shalom, shalom, greetings, mambo, habari, good morning, good evening, afternoon. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for all my faithful subscribers. Thank you to my new subscribers. I want to say welcome to my channel. I am doing a hair growth journey on my channel as well, because I'm working on trying to grow this salt and pepper hair out. It is natural. I stopped using chemicals, and I actually did a big chop back in 2018, and it took a good while for my hair to grow. But I'm not going to lie, when I first got here in 2020, I did cut a lot of my hair because I was trying to even it up. It was uneven, and I cut a good amount. So yeah, I shouldn't have done that. My hair would be a lot longer if I didn't cut it when I first got here in 2020. So I cut it kind of like in a style, and I cut a lot of it. So I'm not going to do that again, because I'm on a hair growth challenge of my natural hair and embracing my salt and pepper gray hair. Back before the big chop, I was dyeing my hair and straightening my hair and all that stuff. So now, all natural, no colors, no perming, and not even heat. I don't even use heat on my hair. So if I stretch my hair like I did, I'll just braid it. Braiding is a good way to stretch your hair, or if you have like elastic bands, you can band it, and that stretches it. So that's what I'm kind of working on. I'm on this hair growth journey, and I really want, and I know I'm like, yeah, this is attainable, but I want tailbone length hair, y'all. I want tailbone length hair. I want my hair to be, and I know our hair grows out, not down, but I do want tailbone length hair. So I'm working on it. I'm trying to do keeping it, clean, try not to do too much pulling and too tight braiding and all that stuff. So if I braid it, it'll be like a twist that's not too tight. If you look on some of my videos, I do 2-strand twists. I'll do cornrows, maybe 2 cornrows back. I try not to do too much tight styles. And usually I'll wear it like this, to where I use a scarf to pull it up in kind of a puff, to where it's not too tight for, pulling on my hair. So I've been trying to be more cognizant and more conscious of how I take care of my hair, to treat it with love and kindness, and not pulling and tugging and trying to make it do something that it doesn't want to do. In the natural hair community, we say my hair is being disrespectful, meaning it's not doing what we want it to do. It's not laying down like we wanted to lay down. But I've come to terms with the fact that my hair was not meant to lay down. It wasn't meant to be slicked down, because it's curly and it wants to be free and it wants to stand up. Like, that's why I don't do a lot of the edging. People do all the yeah, my hair is too curly, and I'm not going to try to gel it and brush it to try to slick it down. I'm just going to let it do what it wants to do. So yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing. But in the process of me living in Africa, I haven't worked a job since December of 2020. I quit my job. And so at this point, I just turned, I don't even want to share that right now. I'll share that later. But I haven't worked a job since December 2020. So all praises to Abba Father, who have made it possible for me to have been here without even working a job. But I did create a business with the idea of how to earn income and have money to sustain myself. So I've been doing that, just consultations, and they're not. I don't do as many anymore, because there's so many people here, and so many people know. There's a lot of stuff is online for people to know, but some people like to have assistance from me, and they like to walk the steps that I've walked. And then in being here 4 years, also when they arrive, they like me to help them get things set up. Bank accounts, phone situations. They like to know what hospitals to go to, because I have a hospital or a doctor's office that I visit frequently, where I do my eye exam. So they do eyes, and where I get my teeth, anything to do with your teeth, fillings or bridges or crowns or partials or whatever you need. I've got, those things done. And then I have had a visit at the same place, where it's a medical facility. And the name of the health facility is called London Health. It's in Masaki. So it's a place that I go frequently since I've been here, and get things done. It's like an outpatient type of clinic. They do x-rays. They got, physical therapy and stuff like that. So, but if you need a hospital, then, they have several hospitals that are out here that you can go to. A lot of the diaspora have gone to, hospitals for different stuff. Safi Hospital is one, and there are different hospitals that you can visit. They have good hospitals here. So, but yeah, they have the same thing here in Africa that they do in the West. Same type of facilities. Everything that you need, they have here for your hair, for your health, and also the food. Also, if you eat a healthy diet, then that will eliminate a lot of the health issues that we do have that will arise in your life, especially living in the West, with the food not being healthy and the GMOs and all that stuff. But here you can eat more natural foods. And if you have any ailments, I'm starting to be more health conscious, and I'm starting to look for natural remedies for any health issue or that I may have. I don't have any, all praises. I'm not sickly, so I don't have any health issues. But I want to be proactive, because I'm getting older. I want to be proactive in, sustaining my health, and strengthening my bones, and my skin, keeping my skin healthy, and just different foods that you can eat to sustain your body. So I'm looking into more natural foods that sustain my extend my life, basically. So healthy eating. I stopped eating a lot of meat. I don't eat as much meat as I used to. I stopped eating chicken. I don't eat eggs at all. I don't drink milk. So I'm just changing a lot of little things that I used to do before I got here. And it's weird, because I started gaining weight after I started making adjustments to my diet. The whole time living Babylon, living in America, I was really particular about. I didn't eat a lot of different type of things because I'm a finicky eater. I'm real picky, and so but I did eat meat, and then I come here, stop eating meat, and I actually gained weight. I don't know if it's because of my age or what, but I've gained like 14 pounds since I've been here. I'm 14, and I stopped eating meat, so I know it's healthy weight because I stopped eating meat. And the start of my weight gain was when I did a Daniel fast. And if you don't know what that is, just look it up in the Bible. I did a Daniel with fruit. It's mainly fruit and vegetables. It's supposed to be raw fruit and vegetables, but I did raw fruit, but I did cooked vegetables. So I did cooked and raw vegetables and raw fruit. So I did that with my roommate. I have a roommate, and she is she's not here right now because she's traveling back and forth. So, but I have a roommate, and even though I'm married now, so that's another subject. But I have a roommate, and me and her, we did the Daniel fast together, and so we did that for 21 days. And then once we came off of the Daniel fast, we just adjusted our diets and we just started incorporating bread back into our diet because that wasn't included. And then just eating fruit and vegetables mainly. I stopped eating as much meat. So now I incorporated fish. I eat fish, lamb, goat, beef. Those are the meats I eat. And I've eaten quail. So yeah, and I try not to eat meat more than maybe once, maybe twice a week, but I'm trying to limit it to at least once a week and just eat more fruit and vegetables because I feel better, I feel stronger, I feel healthier. So yeah, but other than that, all is well. Still happy, healthy, and encouraging my brothers and sisters in the diaspora. If you're interested in coming to Tanzania, come somewhere on the continent. Leave. Just have a backup plan. If you plan on staying in America, get your passport and just have a backup plan to at least come to visit. Or if you need to leave there and something happens, because there's a lot going on in America right now, y'all, with the migrants, with the natural disasters. And I'll say it, I said it before and I'll say it again. America's under judgment for the sins that she has committed, and her sins have reached to the heavens. And so it's judgment time. So at this point, you can go ahead and pray for your loved ones that are in America, which is what I do. But as far as the country, it's under judgment, and there's no reprise. What do you say? That nothing is going to change. Put it that way. Nothing is going to change to save her. Nothing is going to change to save her because her sins have reached to the heavens. Once your sins reach to the heavens and all the dirt and wickedness that you've done, then it's time to pay. So it's judgment time. All the abortions and all the, going around taking over, robbing other countries and colonizing folks and stealing people's, stuff and killing people, and how they did the slaves or our ancestors, and all the death and destruction and child trafficking, and just all the wicked, dark, and demonic stuff that America has done has kind of caught up with her now. So I knew this back in 2020, which is why I left. But now I'm seeing the result of the sins coming to pass with the homosexuality, LGBTQ, all that stuff. All that is an abomination, and the sins have reached to the heavens. So now it's time to reap what you have sown. So it's time to come out of her, my people. So I would say, get you a passport. Find a country where you do research. Find a country that you feel like you can blend in seamlessly. You will feel comfortable. I, as of African descent, would not recommend you to go somewhere with people who don't look like you, because you'll go from the heat and back, and you'll go from the fire into a frying pan, because you'll still be in a country where people don't like you. When they don't look like you, and you go to a country where they don't look like you, sometimes you still face discrimination. Some people, it's a rare group of people that's going to accept you when you are from African descent if they don't look like you. You'll still be discriminated against. It may not be as bad as it is with the racism and discrimination in America, but you'll still feel that racial issue. So the only place that you don't really feel that is somewhere in the on the continent of Africa. Now you have it has its own challenges. Of course, you'll get overcharged if they know you're from another country. You know, you get the higher price and this and that, so you can work through that once you learn the language. Or if you go, you don't want to learn a language, you can go to an African country that speaks English. You'll still have to kind of, because of your accent, you'll still face those challenges, but they're workable. And then you feel a lot safer in a country where you look like everybody. You won't be singled out because of how you look. So for me, if I walk around Dar, I can go to any market, I can go anywhere, as long as I cover my hair, because my hair is a giveaway. This salt and pepper gray is a giveaway. Nobody's hair on the continent, specifically Tanzania, really looks like this. So when I go out in public showing my hair, I'm kind of like a spectacle, y'all. Everybody stops. Everybody stares. The brothers that drive in the cars, the African brothers, they about to have an accident, turning around looking at me. So my hair is a distraction, and I feel like a spectacle, you know, when I'm walking out showing my hair, because everybody's staring at me. Other nations are staring at me. I have, you know, Arabs and Indians and Mzungus, everybody's staring at me, you know, because of this hair. So I usually make it a habit of covering my hair when I go out. So when I cover my hair with a hair wrap, and I do that regularly anyway. But when I do that, nobody even notices any different in me, you know. And I'm just walking around. Now, if I speak and I speak English with the accent, they'll know. But for me, I speak Swahili when I'm out in the local areas. I don't, I'm not fluent like I should be after being here for 4 years, y'all. I know people tell me that all the time. I'm not fluent, but I can function by myself. Like I know words to say if I need to ask for stuff. And you know, anything that I need, I can ask for in Swahili. And then also, remember, you should have a translate app on your phone to where if you need to find out how to say whatever you need to say, you can just pull it up on your translate app. So but that's a wise thing to have if you decide you want to come to Tanzania or any country that speaks Swahili, even Kenya, whatever they speak English, but Swahili, Tanzania specifically. Make sure you have your Google Translate app. Make sure you have your Uber apps. You can call for drivers. You can have your Bolt app. That's like Uber, but it's a local company that, well, it's like Uber. Certain apps you should have on your phone. You can have the currency conversion app. I know I use my calculator, so I know how to change it from USD to T shillings and back and forth. But you can have the currency conversion app, especially if you plan on traveling to different African countries. It'll tell you how much the different um, currencies are. Yeah. So, yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to do this quick little video. And it wasn't as quick because it's like 27 minutes right now. But I just wanted to chat with you guys, let you lay eyes on me, let you know all is well. I'm on the continent of Africa. I am, a newlywed, just getting married, making that adjustment to my life, incorporating us incorporating our lives together. You know, I've been here and I've gotten certain things in place for myself living in Africa 4 years. So I have my friends, I have my, associates, I have my places that I go and things I do in my routine. So changing and making the adjustments is a work in progress. But yeah, so yeah. Just want to do this and thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for taking the time to view my content. I'm going to do another video in the next couple of days or a live for you when I have new content for you. So, and I did do a collab with a brother named Tony, Traveling Tony. He's here. He's been here for 2 years. He is a passport brother. So shout out to you, Traveling Tony. Thank you for having me on. You're doing a collab with me. That was my first time doing a collab like that. And he brought me in the StreamYard app. I'm trying to learn how to use that. I'm trying to get more tech savvy, y'all, so I can do some StreamYard and do some collabs with people. But I'm learning some of this technology, y'all. It's kind of slow because I'm a little bit older, so I'm trying to get on board with these youngsters. And once they show me, I'm trying to practice. So yeah, but thank you, Tony, for taking the time to have me on your channel. I do appreciate it. And we talked about our experience living and flourishing in here in Africa, in that he's been here 2 years and he got married recently. I've been here for 4 years and I just got married recently. So just trying to share with our brothers and sisters in the West, letting them know it is possible for you to repatriate and come and move to Africa and have a life here, do business, get married, have a relationship, bring your family. And if Tanzania is not the country for you, there are other countries. A lot of our brothers and sisters are going to Southern Africa. They're going to Kenya. They're going to Zambia and, Liberia, Botswana, Namibia, wherever you feel led to go. Just go and visit and just come back home to somewhere in Africa, especially if you're or have of African descent. And also, I want to shout out to Africa Collective .org, africacollective.org. I am one of the proud contributors. They made a couple of my videos into articles. So they have so many resources for us as diaspora, Africa diaspora, to work with our continental Africans. So for us to come together, like the two sticks coming together, where we work with the continental Africans, the diaspora, Africans of African descent and the diaspora coming together on the continent, working together, which is actually what I do in my business, because I have two local partners when I created my business, and then me. So when we do come here to these African countries, it's ideal to connect with locals because it's their country. They know the language, or they know where to go to look for certain things. Of course, you have to use wisdom and discernment in who you connect with, who you do business with, who you marry, etc. So, but coming together, the two sticks, local continental Africans and us of African descent that were dispersed throughout the four corners of the earth, coming back to Mama Africa, working together as one with the local continental Africans, is the best way to get acclimated here, to try to get situated here in business. Whether you're single and you marry one, like Traveling Tony, he married a local Tanzanian woman. So you make your connections, and then you come together and you work together. And same thing with africancollective.org. Please go over there to subscribe. Please sign up, because they have newsletters and they have calendars and a lot of information, about, African businesses and diaspora continental businesses, where you can, go over there and get information that you may need, actually, it's globally. So it's not only for Africa, it's globally. So if you want to buy black and just, do business mainly with our people of African descent, going over to africancollective.org and sign up, subscribe and all that. And, you'll get the information that you need so we could build each other. We can work together because Africa is rising, and we're going to rise with it because we are its children. We are her children. So we're coming back together to work together, to coordinate, to collab, to do whatever we need to do to strengthen our relationships and to mend what was broken long ago, right? So thank you so much for taking the time to view my channel and my content. I'll do another live or video soon. Thank you. And I'm going to say salama, peace, shalom, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay, bye.